We often play cards on Sunday. I got up early yesterday. Even good friends should make an effort to keep up their friendship. We shared the cost of the meal. Many people were left homeless as a result of the earthquake. If you drive, don't drink. I've got one brother and two sisters. Don't come into my room. We returned to Osaka on April 2. The passengers on board were mostly Japanese. Please show your ticket. The boy looked into the room. I can't tell who will arrive first. Representative democracy is one form of government. I'm all for it. I have few friends here. We ought to obey the law. Is there anything I must do? I made him tell the truth. I saw her a week ago today. The girl lifted her face, still wet with tears. There was nothing interesting in the newspaper. Reflections could be seen in the puddles. It is wrong for a man to conceal things from his wife. I intend to become a lawyer. I saw him again. We work by day and rest by night. I don't like living in a country. There is nothing like cold beer on a hot day. Several yachts were sailing side by side far out at sea. I am not used to hard work. Please come and see me whenever it is convenient for you. I didn't know the city, and what's more, I couldn't speak a word of the language. With the coming of winter, days are getting shorter. I know what a lucky boy I am. The water will soon drain away. The player was pleased with his victory. All the boys enjoyed skiing. The birds settled on branches. What happened next? I don't know. Mathematics is her weak point. The ship appeared on the horizon. I finished the work by myself. We took him for an American. I am fond of soccer, rugby, football, and so on. The teacher pointed out the grammatical errors made by the students. Peaches taste sweet. There is a man by the side of the pond. Having walked for some time, we came to the lake. The elephant was killed by the hunter. Traveling by sea is a lot of fun. One's success in life has little to do with one's inborn gift. He replied that he did not know. We sang for her. I used their computer. There used to be a large park here. We are inclined to forget this fact. Truth needs not many words. I got up late this morning. I anticipated his question. We reached the top of the mountain. Let me introduce my wife. Not all of us are against her idea. While we were speaking, he kept silent. My mother is a psychology teacher. We were surprised when we saw him in the office this morning. Be quiet during the lesson. A rainbow is one of the most beautiful phenomena of nature. Will I have a scar? Last time I couldn't carry my baby to full term. Many students bought the book. We have barely enough bread for breakfast. I call on him every other day. My parents also have form. I am confronted with a difficult problem. I must make up for the loss. The sun melted the snow. I recognized the teacher at once because I had met him before. As soon as I sat down, I fell asleep. As far as I know, he is reliable. I want to go over to France. I regret saying that you were wrong. People once held that the world was flat. I regret not having taken my doctor's advice. I have been to the U.S. twice. I saw him enter the room. I wish I were a millionaire. I saw them surrounding him. I don't like the way he speaks to me. If the weather is fine, I'll go swimming in the river. I'd like you to look after my dog. No matter what he says, don't trust him. Where is the library? Our problems are nothing compared to hers. Weather permitting, we are going to get to the top of the mountain tomorrow. The teacher permitted the boy to go home. I may be too old. My job is taking care of the baby. My daughter has grown out all her old clothes. The trend of public opinion is against corporal punishment. What time is it in Tokyo? We sniffed at the food suspiciously. An accident just happened. The swans on the river make a dreamlike scene. I want to play the guitar. I want to surprise him. Don't forget to write to me. My period is 5 weeks late. I saw him cross the street. Japanese women tend to look tiny and delicate. I'm a poor carpenter. It is impossible for him to become a doctor. I come here every 4th of July. My mother is beautiful. People were removing the snow on the street. I don't like visiting big cities. I've been down with a headache. I lost sight of her in the crowd. Dinner is probably ready, so we had better hurry home. I am familiar with this part of town. Build up your body while young. Repeat what I have just told you. A sailor is at sea much of the time. My hobby is shopping. The social structure has changed beyond recognition. I like to walk in the mountain. A farm boy accidentally overturned his wagon load of wheat on the road. Paper is made from wood. Living costs are getting higher. I expect him to help me. I bought this book yesterday. It is funny for him to say so. Do I have to change my diet? We must not be late. The reason why he should resign his job is that he is not equal to it. We thought of him as a genius. We believe that the earth moves around the sun. I received a letter from her. You would often come to see us when I was a child. I found nothing but a pair of scissors. Do you believe me? I want a car, but I have no money to buy one. He is utterly impossible. I said that I didn't go shopping with her. I waited more than 2 hours. Is it necessary for me to attend the party? Time is more precious than anything else. I was unable to attend the party, nor did I want to. I will go abroad next year. Saying what you think frankly is not a bad thing. I will protect you from danger. Do you have any books to read? I made up my mind to be a doctor. To the best of my knowledge, he is innocent. One who longs for death is miserable, but more miserable is he who fears it. I spend all her money on the car. Little did I think that I would win the prize. When did you arrive in Japan? I do not like wearing anybody else's clothes. Speak more slowly so that we can understand you. I looked on him as the boss. What I need is not money, but your advice. I'm good at singing. Oversleeping is no excuse for being late. I can't get the car start. The baby ceased crying. Miss Conda runs very fast. What I'm saying is quite true. All of us would like to get rid of nuclear weapons. When I went down to the garden, 2 little girls were picking daisies. The water has been cut off. I always take a bath in the morning. We will do our best. Grandmother sent us a box apples. The girl vanished like magic. He cannot have gone to school. By others' faults, wise men correct their own. I got acquainted with him last year. You cannot please everyone. I have not asked for help, nor do I desire it. I like to fish in the river. The letter was written by her. Where would you like to go next Sunday? I will quit smoking for good. Stick with me until we get out of the crowd. My car won't start. A captain is in charge of his ship and its crew. I intend to stay in Nagoya for 3 days. May I ask you to close the window? I have a tourist visa. As I have walked all the day, I am very tired. I had to stand at Frank's situation. I heard the bell ring. I take my health seriously. I can't go, nor do I want to. I read all kinds of books. We buy CDs. I walked through the cars of the train to find a seat. There is a good chance that he will win. I am not concerned with the affair. I gave him my address. I visit my grandmother twice a week. The examination is at hand. I have an appointment with him at noon. Do not touch the exhibit. The pupils disobey their teachers. I escape from the sinking boat with difficulty. I have seen that film long ago. I hope you will hear me out. I like history. I haven't met him in person, but I know of him. If you're low on money, this one will be on me. I claimed my baggage. I sent her home. Don't look only on the dark side of life. The answers must be written in ink. I'm old enough to live by myself. When does the next train leave? Eat as much as you like. I was very worried about her. I have been silent for a long time. We must conform to the rule. He can't possibly write the letter by himself. I asked him to be here by 6. So many men, so many minds. Nice to meet you, Ken. I have come to Japan not to teach, but to write. I recognized Jane at once by her voice. Excuse me for being late. He gave me a ride to the Narita airport. Human beings are powerless before nature. That's unusual. We are liable to judge others by the clothes they wear. I was born on February 14, 1960. I can't trust such a man as he. You don't have to stay in a hospital. I put on my trousers. My dream is to become a teacher. We moved here separately 3 years ago. I'm sorry, I've lost my watch. Do you have any ID? It is interesting for me to read my old diary. He feels happy in spite of his failure. Driving a car is really very simple. I want to apologize for the other day. What do you plan to major in college? We have the question whether he did it by himself or not. Books for young people sell well these days. I have some chores to do. I'm doing my homework. I am not cut out to be a politician. We ate fresh fruit after dinner. Man is unable to escape death. I liked Tony. I cut the article out of the magazine. I can't recall her name at the moment. Methinks my own soul must be a bright invisible green. Thank you very much, Doctor. I meet her once a week. I'm looking for a house. Don't leave me behind. On the whole, I am satisfied with the experiment. I'm planning to go to graduate school. I met the president herself. Minutes of the previous meeting were accepted. My uncle has been dead for 3 years. I know his family. I don't have to clean my room. Will I get well soon? What's the good of having a car if you don't drive? I saw a man's face in the window. The sun came out. Please close the door quietly. I saw him swim across the river. Give me half of it. I regret having said such a thing to my teacher. It is important for him to get the job. We didn't know which bus to take. I live in Tokyo. I was captured. What time's the next train to Washington? There is quite a bit of water remaining. I met him just as he was coming out of school. I like summer better than winter. I am acquainted with the custom. Japan is an industrial country. We need not have hurried. I have already finished this book. Come quick. The weather report says it will rain tomorrow afternoon. We have to put off making a final decision until next week. I visited the village where he was born. I demanded that he pay the bill immediately. Don't open the window. Apart from a few spelling mistakes, it is a good composition. I don't know whether he'll come by train or by car. I regret not having kept my promise. The president doesn't see anybody. You seem to have gained some weight. What I want now is a hot cup of coffee. I had to work on an essay. I agree with you. Haruko likes War Springs. I met him on my way from school. We didn't see many deer in the forest. We gather here once a week. Please listen carefully. Frankly speaking, you made a mistake. Gradually, the true meaning of what he said began to dawn on me. I don't know, friend. Sometimes reality and fantasy are hard to distinguish. We depend on you. My grandfather is very healthy. I am sorry to cancel the appointment at the last minute. I will play tennis this afternoon. The new law will deprive religious minorities of their right to vote. We're all linked in friendship. I'm free today. I was 10 minutes late for school. He was confounded at the sight of the teacher. We took refuge behind a big tree. Man will not cry in public. Mine is not so good as yours. I want to ride a bicycle because I live far from my school. I don't know where you're from, and neither does he. I have no time to read books. I love my grandmother very much. The girl went to school in spite of her illness. I was thinking about what you had said to me. You mustn't despise him because he didn't win a prize. Do you think we'll reach his house before noon? It is interesting to look at the stars. I have lost the key. I have chapped lips. I acted up to my principles. Don't be afraid to try new things. I want to study history. I'm killing time. I'm colorblind. Thank you so much for inviting me. The new bridge will have been completed by March. I heard her to the end. I heard Jill play the piano. You've arrived too early. Will you look after my cat? A Japanese businessman bought the artwork for 200 million yen. I had lunch with Mike at that restaurant. My throat hurts while I swallow. I'll buy a watch for my son. We watched a new program on television. I want to become a teacher of Japanese. A baby boy was born to them. I observed that his hands were unsteady. I am assured of your help. I sometimes dream of home. I haven't seen you for a long time. Come and see me once in a while. I'd like to get a pregnancy test. I am able to read English. I use it. Water is a natural resource of vital importance. Keep your room as neat as you can. I like swimming very much. He is father to the bride. I regret not having worked hard in my youth. I wrote my name on the paper. Tie the horse to that tree. Success depends mostly on effort. Why is the baby crying? Could you give him a discount? He who thinks himself already too wise to learn from others will never succeed in doing anything. A friend of mine came to see me. God created the heaven and the earth. The information seems to have leaked out. When I returned home, my brother was doing his homework. Dinner's ready. I helped carry those bags. I'm not good at speaking off the cuff. I know where he lives, but it is a secret. I proposed the plan to my classmates, some of whom were against it. Women use talking to maintain personal relationships. Is there a parking lot? We are badly in want of water. A puppy followed me, wagging its tail. I was late for school this morning. I am already forgetting my grandmother's face. Someone is calling for help. I am afraid that I shall not be free till the examination is over. The human heart is analogous to a pump.